Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Coach Rob, who's the best ATP player who have never won a Grand Slam title?
That's a great question, Harry.
Let's discuss that today. Stay tuned. Hey, Coach Pablo, why are you wearing my watch?
You're wearing my watch. That looks so good on you.
Well, either way, it's a ProTek watch.
Incredibly durable. Play tennis in it every day. Doesn't stop.
Get your very own watch, just like us. ProTek Watch link is below. Discount code TENNIS. Official watch of Tennis Spin and
Mighty Tennis.
All right, so Coach Rob is with me today. We're going to talk about Grand Slam non-winners that were seeded number one in some Grand Slam tournaments and were number one players in the world that have never won a Grand Slam.
Did you stay up late thinking about this one, Harry, or did you wake up in the middle of the night with this idea?
How'd you know? Anyways, I was just up one night. Instead of counting sheep, I was counting like tennis players, and I was like, I wonder which one of those guys never won a Grand Slam, yet could have been or was number one in the world, ranked number one in the world. The first one that came to mind actually wasn't a man. It was Wozniacki. Like she could have gone down as being the longest number one in the world without ever winning a slam.
And then she did.
Yeah. So that got her off the...
Is that the Australian?
And she got the... I keep wanting to say goat, but goat isn't that word anymore. Is it lifted off your back? Is that the goat off your back? Monkey. There you go. I knew it was some kind of animal. So she got the monkey lifted off her back, like John Elway.
I think that was Steve Young.
Steve Young and John Elway. They got the monkeys off their back. Since we're talking about top players that have never won a slam, let's go with ladies first, because there are some women viewers out there who could be interested and may be interested about the topic. I did a little bit of research because the women are a little bit harder. The one person that comes to mind was Jelena Jankovic. She was the pre-Wozniacki, where she was number one for a good amount of time, never won a slam. Do you remember her?
I remember the name.
Who comes to mind for you on the women's side?
Well, this player didn't win a slam, but Anna Kournikova comes to mind as very, very good player. Did really well in doubles, but got the knock that she wasn't able to win tournaments and win slams.
Right.
But was ultra famous
for other reasons
and very talented as a player. But so that was the first one that came to mind. I know she didn't win a slam, and I don't think she was ever number one in the world. But
but we know Anna Kournikova for sure. And she's won a doubles. She won the Australian Open twice in doubles, 99 and 2002.
Right.
Wow.
And the tour finals.
Yes. Whoa. Okay. So she did win something. Not singles, though, but she did win something. Cool. Wow. Thank you, Coach Rob, for mentioning that. Of course, we would all know Anna Kournikova. Now, who else? Remember Rosie Casals?
Yes.
She's never won a singles final. Do you remember Dinara Safina?
Not really.
And then Mary Jo
Fernandez, yeah.
Mary Jo.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Really good commentator.
Yep. So those are the top women that that never won a slam. And then there's Agi Radwanska.
Okay.
She got to a couple finals and didn't win it either. So, but yeah, I think Rosie was the most, was the one that surprised me the most. I thought she would have won something for sure.
She may have won a lot of doubles in there too.
Oh, that's true. I'm not looking that up though. But anyways, let's move on to the men's. Who's the one person on the ATP tour that you can think of?
Well, currently you would probably go with Alexander Zverev. TC Pass is probably.
Yeah.
I don't think he's been to a finals yet, has he?
Good question.
But I think those guys are in the top.
So we all know that Alexander Zverev is always the bridesmaid, never the bride. But hopefully he will win one. That is the plan. And what about some of the up-and-comers who haven't won one yet, like Holger Rune or...
well, those guys haven't gotten to the finals yet, right?
Yeah.
They haven't been
That's true.
into the final yet.
That's true. That's true. So let's step back in time a little bit here. Let's look at some number ones that have never won a Grand Slam. Now, the number one that comes to mind for me back in my days is Marcelo Rios.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you brought up a good point before we started shooting this. It's because of all of...
he dominated on clay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And that's where he got all of his points and became number one in the world. I don't know if he was actually a top seed in any of the slams.
Maybe at the French he may
Right.
have been. I don't know about Wimbledon. If he wasn't that strong on grass, they may, with Wimbledon doing their seeds their way,
Mm-hmm.
he may not have gotten a top seed. But
Right.
we are not. We are going off our memories here.
Exactly. Exactly. So, what about like I call them the number fours in the world, like a David Ferrer.
There you go. Right.
Like he's always the fourth guy, and never won one, but always number four.
Right. And there's like what Nalbandia.
Oh, Nalbandian. Yeah.
Thomas Berdych.
Tomas Berdych. Yeah. What about?
I remember a guy from back in our time was Miloslav Mishir. They called him the Big Cat.
Yeah.
Because the guy moved so smooth around the court.
Mm-hmm.
I remember watching him.
I remember that backhand actually.
Yeah. I remember my coach when I was a junior. He's like, "Watch how that guy moved and move like him," because he was so effortless in the way he covered the court.
Kind of like a Federer, like right?
Before Fed.
Interesting. Now, we've mentioned the people that
we can think of.
Yeah. Let's cheat a little bit here. I made a list, and I talked about Ferrer, Guillermo Cora. I never really thought of him as a...
Tom Oker, the Flying Dutchman.
Tom Oker. Who knows Tom Oker?
He was highest ranked, number 3 in the world, and he was a runner-up in the U.S. Open in 1968.
Wow. Did you know him?
Not personally, no. I wasn't born in 1968.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Close, but...
I didn't know. Okay, anybody know Tom Oker out there? Tell us how he played. We'll see if we can find some footage on him and see.
They called him the Flying Dutchman.
Okay, all right. Flying Dutchman with a wooden racket.
Lost to Arthur Ashe.
Oh.
Yeah, it says.
We know Arthur. Let's see. Like I said, this would be hilarious if it was... Oh, another Medvedev. How about Andre Medvedev? They're not related, right?
I don't think so.
No,
but I don't know.
Related. Yeah.
I think if they were related, we would have heard that by now.
This is true. Yeah, so
well,
Andre
I'm not sure
Medvedev.
they're still spelled the same, but...
No, I think it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Medvedev that didn't win one played Agassi in 99 in the French Open finals. I remember he was actually a very strong player.
Right.
Rich in talent and, just couldn't get it done because it was so tough. How about Henri Leconte?
Henri Leconte. There we go.
Great name.
Left-hander, runner-up French Open 88.
88. Yeah. Great name. All right. So I think we covered as much as we could for now on this. And since Coach Gu is the one that came up with this topic, Coach Rob, thank you for amusing us today. And
sure.
Next time we're going to go live with this so you can see how this really works.
You check the blooper reels because there's a lot of that on this.